The audience for Kerrang magazine would generally be 16 plus of both genders, specifically with an interest in punk, rock or metal music, as these are the bands that feature within it. The running head breaks a general rule of contents. Where it is normally placed along the top, this one is placed across the centre, splitting the page in two. By not following this tradition, it relates to the music genre and their rebellious image in society. The language is generally informal, but with a mature nature to it. It is quite light-hearted with descriptions of articles, such as the goth circus is coming to town, which makes the whole dark theme of the magazine less harsh. The colours used in the text are predominantly black, yellow and white, which are more edgy, which makes a direct address to the music style. Special effects are used on the yellow running head and subheadings, and this makes it look dirty and cracked, which fits the theme Kerrang is trying to set. Subheadings are used to break up the contents into different sections, which makes it easy for the reader to see the variety of articles available. Also, based on the target audience of this music magazine, many people who read it will be busy, so by making it more efficient and quick to search, it makes it more appealing. Another method used that makes the magazine more efficient is the use of puffs next to the articles. These are puffs next to the articles which featured on the cover of the magazine. If a person was to see a particular article they were interested in on the front cover, but were unable to find it in the contents, they may not bother to buy the magazine to find out more. By making it more obvious, it makes it more appealing to the readers and also adds that extra bit of advertisement to the articles, as it highlights them as more important. Another colour that is used for text is red, which has a lot of connotations of anger and aggression, just like the type of music Kerrang is involved and is associated with at times. By limiting the amount of red used to mainly the content numbers, it keeps that element within the music genre, but suggests that anger is only a small part of their music. Another place red is used is in the advertisement in the bottom right-hand corner. The advertisement is to convince people to subscribe to Kerrang, which is more mature content that you would not often see in children's magazines. The red on this brings the eye... The red on this attracts attention from the contents, which is the main purpose. The images at the top of... The images at the top are marked with page numbers and article names. They have a white text box to make them stand out from the dark background. This white allows the piece of information to link more easily to the contents below, as it is the same colour scheme used there. The editor's comment text is in considerably smaller font. This is because the comment is not the main focus, and if it were to be any bigger it would take over the page. Also, text that is necessary but not something readers generally want to know when reading a magazine, such as the photographer, is placed sideways down the left-hand side of the page. This not only makes it less distracting, but is a smart way of filling white space. The page is split into two colours, black and white. These colours contrast majorly. These colours contrast majorly and create an edgy and harsh look to the page. The dark half contains images relating to articles featured within the magazine, which links the contents through. The dark half contains collaged images overlapped with text, which makes it look more messy and unstructured, which could relate to the music genre and how it breaks the rules. The biggest image of the section is a medium close-up of Slash, as it creates a background for the other two images. The lighting used within it is dark and scary, with the brightness reflecting from his face. This may suggest how the music is coming into the light, or perhaps how it brings other people light and joy, even with its darker nature. The image has quite a personal feel to the reader, as Slash is pulling down his sunglasses and looking directly into the camera, at the reader, and smiling. By doing this, it almost entices the reader into finding out what his story is and about the article. Finding out what his article is about. The costume Slash is wearing relates to the style of music he plays and the fashion based around this music. Many of Slash's fans may dress in this style as an act of appreciation, which makes this costume more relatable to them. It also allows Slash to blend into the background, giving him, his music and his article a more mysterious feel. On the other half of the page with a white background, everything is quite neat and organised and nothing overlapping. All of the white space is filled and the images fit quite well. And all of the images fit within the all the white space is filled and the images fit well within the text. The medium close-up picture of the deputy editor has quite a dark lighting, which links it to the top half of the page. However, the look on his face is a smirk. The dark expression gives the person a sinister look, which matches the theme of Kerrang magazine. This suggests to the readers that the people who create the magazine follow the same genre as they advertise, which makes it more appealing. The advertisement in the bottom right-hand corner has an image above it of a man dressed in the style of the clothing that fits the genre and general colour scheme of the contents page, black and white. This person is not smiling in the image but is making an action of pointing upwards. By doing this, it is directing the reader's eyes to the article above it, which suggests the article has something to do with him. Making the image and the text interactive can make the page more appealing and interesting to look at. This image is overlapped by a collage of previous Kerrang magazines that are layered to hint at the contents, but not reveal too much. This technique intrigues the reader to see what the other articles are about and therefore subscribe to Kerrang.